Well, going out to do a tough one that's nobody seems to want to do. So let's go check it out.
Alright, so I've been going through this problem for months, and Mount Washington Sewer and Drain is the only person that came here, other than Jeremy, that could get me going. And boy, am I glad. Thank you, Mount Washington Sewer and Drain.
We keep New Hampshire flowing.
Yeah.
We love it. What are we doing today? We are hydrojetting. Sewer has not drained in a long time. Thank God for a sump pump here. Water's coming in. I am getting out there though, so I don't know if this pipe is toast or not. Scrub it up, Bob. Oh yeah. Up, back and running. Nightmare solved. Oh yeah. I got it. Whew. Smells freaking wonderful. You hear the jets? The other guy who was here could only get out about 20 feet. So I'm 41 feet out past that thing. I'm further out with my jetter as well. So we're just flushing the line right now. It was just solid packed. It's leaking from the ground. It's all clay pipe, so it built up out there, leaked out of the joints, comes through and into the floor and into here, and then they were pumping it back into the pipe, and then it was recirculating. So now it's out the window, and the construction company is going to come in here and fix this up, but we're back and running. Berlin, New Hampshire had to bring in the big jetter to jet this line open. 63.5 feet to the city tie-in. It was completely blocked, solid, hard packed with paper and solids, so that's all cleared and open now. I believe the pipe joints leak under the driveway back towards the house and underneath, but with it flowing, it's going to greatly reduce the amount of water infiltration that's coming in through the basement into the sump pump pit. So we'll take a look at it on the way back as we have this thing all jetted out now. We can see everything. So here we are with the city connection. The city appears to be in decent shape. Okay. Heading back towards the house. It is clay pipe, obviously. Glad that it wasn't Bermico. This house is built on old swampland where they backfilled a lot with old wood chips. Making a turn. Looks like it's in good shape. Running a little flat right here, up the pitch a little bit. So I'm going to have her fill her tub once a week and purge the system out. Have her flush the toilets along with it as the toilets are draining to help push the solids out. A little bit of fracturing right there at 45 feet. I would expect that with the pipe that's probably close to 80, 90 years old. Some separation in the pipe joint here. Another stress fracture right here, 41 feet. Another stress fracture right here at this joint. Some offsetting going on. You can see right there how's that water leaking through the bottom of the joint into the ground. That's probably just one of many that's leaking in the ground here. Right here as well, 35 feet. You can see in the corner of that pipe at about the 4 o'clock position. The water's going into the ground there. She has the tub running right now. Running a little flat right here at 38 feet. Some stress fracturing right here. Sorry, 28 feet. Right there about the 8 o'clock position, it's weeping into the ground as well through the joint. Leaking through the joint as well. 25 feet. That's what I figured. Stress fracture at 23 feet. Water weeping into the ground at 23 feet. This is about where the construction guy got with his snake that he had rented or purchased. Right here you can definitely see some more weepage going into the ground here at 21 feet. This is about right where he said he was, so he's probably hitting into that bell hub in there. Leaking a little bit there. Right there, same area, 4 o'clock position. Weeping right there, both at the 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock positions. Weeping there too at the 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock positions. Weeping there as well at 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock positions. This is where the groundwater is all coming from. That one looks mostly intact. Weeping right there at about the 5 o'clock position. Weeping right there at about the 4 and 7 o'clock position. Weeping right there at about in between the 6 position, 6 o'clock area. Also stress fracture in that corner at about the 4 o'clock position. What we got there? And looks like just a piece of paper stuck up in there. But it's weeping in the 4 o'clock position and 8 o'clock position as well. Coming up the cast. Exiting the pipe. I'll turn around so you know this is your house. That concludes jetting, cammering of number 19 Franklin Street, Berlin, New Hampshire. Well, that one was fun. Nobody coming. That thing was hard packed. 60 plus feet of hard paper. That sewer had not been draining for a long time. It had been weeping in the ground. Clay joints coming back up underneath the ground and into her basement. The area that I was working in, it's an old swampland area, so they fill a lot of that with wood chips and the wood ash from the old mill, and they use that for fill, which was absolutely terrible for houses. But long story short, as she was flushing the water, it was hanging up. It wasn't making it all the way to the street. Filling up the pipe, hardening up, and then just building up over time, and then just leaking through the clay joints back into her basement. And a lot of elderly people tend not to run as much water, so it doesn't really show up. So that had been doing that for quite a long time. So I went in there with the big hydro jetter and flushed it all out and inspected it, got it all going. I can't believe how many people like showed up, looked at the job, and just left, and or didn't even like return her phone calls afterwards. She'd say, yeah, I'm coming out there, I'm coming out there, and then just completely blew her off. I mean, at least make a point to get out there at some point. I mean, I understand that we're all busy and stuff, but you know, she feels like she was blown off by a lot of the local contractors trying to get stuff done. And you know, it's impossible to be everywhere at once, and emergencies are emergencies, and you can get there when you can get there. It took me a couple days to get there myself to get it, but I got that drain running, got that thing all hydro jetted out and inspected. She knows the problem. It probably could use a reline in the future to keep stuff from leaking back in the house, but money's an issue, so she's gonna just kind of push it along, have her fill her tub, drain that, and as it's draining, flush the toilets, have this kitchen sink and everything running. Make sure, you know, there's enough sufficient water pressure to push everything out inside there. No way a snake would have been able to clear that, because you kept losing all that head pressure back into the ground, back into the pit, into the sump pump, and then back outside. So snaking it was a complete lost cause. The only way to get that thing open was to hydro jet it and blast it. And a good 2 hours. I mean, that stuff was solid backed. Definitely wasn't ice. It was all dry paper, and it just got hard packed on there. So she's running. She's inspected. She's happy as can be that everything's running. And it's Rod from Mount Washington Sewer and Drain Cleaning. We keep the Hampshire flowing. Tough one, but we won that one. See you on